Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with another layout with my page kits that I made to go to my crop, and that's why I'm calling these MPKs. And number one, number two, I made 30 page kits, and on the weekend retreat I ended up completing 21 pages. So I'm naming them from 1 to 21, and then they'll all be on a playlist with the getting ready for a crop, so you can see it from the beginning to the end, from choosing the pattern papers to completing the layout. It actually worked out really good. We went early because it's my friend that puts on the weekend, so we got there about 11:30 in the morning, and we helped her set up the whole room, and then we had time to go have lunch. We ended up going to Costco, and then we got back at about 3:30, and then we started scrapping around 5 o'clock, I guess. And it was great because once I had my desk, set up, and I used that little container that I showed you that I bought at Sobeys at our local grocery store, and I put my page kits right in there, right from 1 to 30, and then I could just grab that and start doing a layout. And then what I did was, as I finished my first page kit, I took one of the baggies and I put the leftovers of my pattern papers. And then once I finished my second layout, which was this one, I took the second baggie and I put all my embellishments in that one. So when I came home, I had a baggie full of scraps of pattern paper and a baggie full of embellishments. Now, what I'm going to do in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to start making page kits again because I am down to less than 10. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using the leftovers from all these page kits. So if you're wondering why, does my video look different, like the whole page is not in the frame, it's because I'm actually at a crop. I find the lighting came out pretty good for for being at a crop. Usually the lighting is okay, but I brought two of my LED lamps and I plugged those in, and it provided enough lighting so that at least it's not really yellow. The only thing is, I did buy a new tripod to try to bring to crops, because my other tripod is kind of big to bring, and this one here folds right up into a little box, so it's easy to bring. So it's not as high as the other one, but I think it's okay, to at least show you what I got done on these layouts. So this page kit had plenty of scraps as far as pattern papers, and a lot of them I just kind of cut away the funny angles of the pattern paper and use those as the base, for my pattern papers. The striped black pattern paper, I just cut two pieces on an angle. I put one at the top of the layout, the other one at the bottom, and I love doing borders like that. It really focuses, almost like frames the layout. Some of the embellishments that I had in this page kit were those little viewfinders. I had some dark pink ones, or kind of look reddish. I just cut around those, and then I had a few labels that were from my collection of labels that I got printed at my local Staples. And I've had quite a few questions on how I did that. So in the next little bit, it might be a little while because I gotta make sure that I can find my files on Studio Calico and then kind of refresh it for myself, because it's been at least 6 years since I got any of those labels printed, and I've had quite a few questions, what kind of cardstock and all this stuff. So I might do like a little tutorial on how to do it with my local print shop, like your local Staples. So you might have to go to wherever you go and go on their website and kind of figure out. But at least if you see, the way, the options that I have at mine, maybe hopefully it'll help out. I did end up inking the edges with black soot. It's a distress ink from Rangers, Tim Holtz, to all the embellishments and all the pattern papers. And I just like when, I have that white pattern paper that's kind of light, and then I have the dark pattern paper. So if I put the same ink around the edges, it kind of makes them fit all together. Then I absolutely love using those viewfinders for my embellishment foundation. And what do I mean by an embellishment foundation? It's the part of the embellishment that I put at the very back. It's the foundation for my embellishment clusters. And usually I like using circles, rectangles, squares, and then the rest of the embellishments for the cluster, I like to change up the form, or the shape, I should say, the shape of the embellishment. So the viewfinder is a round, and then I took some of the labels that are squares or rectangles, and then I start adding more embellishment on top. And the more layers that you put in your embellishment cluster, the more that they feel full. And then I like adding little bits and pieces at the very top of the embellishment cluster, such as chipboard, or just an embellishment that I might put up on some foam tape, and then always some enamel dots just to finish off the embellishment clusters. Now this picture is of my daughter's wedding. She got married last October, and it's of her and her husband and me and my husband. And I really liked how the photo turned out, and I got it printed at 5x7. I did grab a little journaling card. Those little cards are from Project Life. I believe you can still get them on your at your local scrapbooking store. Just type in Project Life cards. If I can find them, I'll on Amazon, I'll try to link them in the description box below. And just a reminder, in all my videos, I do have the link to Amazon for both .com and .ca. So a lot of the stuff that I mention in my videos will be linked, whether it's under scrapbooking, under diamond painting, or home. It's all linked down there. I just get a lot of questions, for example, about that EK Success powder tool. If I could have $1 for every time that somebody asked me about that powder tool, I'd be a millionaire. So I decided to put it in the description box below so it's easy for everyone to find. So I ended up doing a couple of embellishment clusters right above the photo and then to the bottom right. And a lot of times I like to put an embellishment cluster with my journaling block or with my title. In this case, I'm not going to put a title on the page. I did put some journaling, but I didn't put a title. So I'm going to put an embellishment cluster with my journaling instead of a title. So a lot of times you'll see that on my pages, I end up with more than the 3 embellishment clusters because I have my 3 embellishment clusters, and then usually I'll have an embellishment cluster with either my title or my journaling. Or sometimes if I do have a title, I'll put a little embellishment cluster with that, and I'll also have it with my journaling, and then all of a sudden I have 5 embellishment cluster. In this case, I wanted to add a little extra one, so I had this cute little tree, and it reminded me, because she got married in the fall, and it totally reminded me of that. So I'm going to put that lonely little tree all by itself. I tried to find some other stuff to add to it, but I couldn't make anything work, and I was fine with not putting anything else. I'm going to cover the photo. I'm going to put some mist around the page, and that's going to complete this layout. And just a little word, I'm not going to have some pictures with this because I ended up working all day today, and I wanted to do the voiceover so that I would have a video for Monday, and I won't be coming home till late Monday night, so I want to make sure that I had a video up. So while we're at it, let's talk a little bit about my new schedule on YouTube. So from now on, for the next little bit, I'll have a video up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And Mondays and Fridays will be scrapbooking related, and Wednesdays will be diamond painting related. And this layout took me about an hour to complete. And that's it. That's going to complete this layout. Now, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. If you wouldn't mind, give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.